All right, algebra benchmark 7.2, writing linear equations. We need to write these equations of all these problems in the form y equals mx plus b, if it's possible. First problem is just a line on a graph. We need to count the rise and the run here. So I draw a little triangle. This delta y is my change in height. It goes down 2 as I go 4 to the right, which is my delta x. My slope, my rise over run, is the same as delta y over delta x. It's down 2 over 4. I'm going to reduce that to negative 1/2. So far I have y equals negative 1/2 x. This m is my slope. Right there, that's slope. I just need to find my b, my y-intercept. So my b, if I just look at the graph, I can just simply count up 1, 2, 3. Crosses that on the y-intercept at 3. So there's my equation. Next problem. Complete this stuff. I have a slope of negative 2/5. It passes through the point 5, 1. So I'll start with y equals mx plus b and figure out what I know. I do know my slope, my m. So I can write y equals negative 2/5 x, and I like to put the negative on top, plus b. Now I don't know my b yet, but I do know it crosses through the point 5, 1. So if I go x comma y, 5, 1, I can plug in that 5, 1 into my x and my y in my equation and solve for b. So y is 1. I have 2/5 times x, which is 5, plus b. When I multiply this out, I get negative 10 over 5, which is negative 2. Or if I just didn't want to cross those off, I get negative 2 that way. And then I solve for b, and I get add 2 to both sides. I'll get b equals 3. So I put this together. I get y equals my negative 2/5 x plus 3. Box around it. I'll skip to number 4 here. Now here I don't know my y-intercept and I don't know my slope. So I need to figure them out. I'm going to use this delta y over delta x formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'm basically going to subtract my y's, put those on top, and subtract my x's, and put that on the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to erase this, need some space. So I'm going to go right to left, 10 minus 2. Now you could do 2 minus 10. And then I'm going to continue going right to left, negative 8 minus negative 4. Now if you went left to right, 2 minus 10, you have to go negative 4 minus negative 8. We should get the same answer. Now keep in mind there's minuses, there's subtraction problems, both of them. So on top I have 10 minus 2 is 8. On the bottom I have negative 8 minus negative 4. I would go plus plus here. So negative 8 plus positive 4 is negative 4. I reduce it to negative 2. So far I have y equals negative 2x plus b, because this is simply my slope. That's all I found so far. But now I'm back at the same step I was up before, up in the number 2. And I take my order pair, either order pair, either the negative 4, 2 or the negative 8, 10, and plug those in for x and y. I'll just put an x under the negative 8 and the y under the 10, and I'll use that point. So 10 equals negative 2 times x, which is negative 8, plus b. That's 16. If I subtract 16 from both sides, I'll get negative 6. So I'll take that, combine it with, plug it in for b up above. So y equals negative 2x plus the negative 6 over minus 6. Same thing. And the final one, I'll do number 3 now. Slope is 0. And here I have slope undefined. Now these are the Hoy and the Vux problems. When the slope is 0, I'm thinking Hoy. It just reminds me that anything with a line with a slope of 0 has a horizontal line, and the equation of the line is y equals a number. Well, when I look at my ordered pair, x comma y, I realize that my y is negative 7. So just write y equals negative 7. You don't need to write any x's in there. And for my undefined slope, I'm thinking Vux. Put those letters together. There's undefined. So I know it's a vertical line, and I know it's x equals a number. I look at my ordered pair, x comma y. I see my x is negative 4, so I write x equals negative 4. That should be it.